Have you found yourself wondering why the distance between your heart and the peace you seek often feels so vast? Imagine life as a series of puzzle pieces scattered across a table, each representing a part of your day-to-day experiences. Putting dinner on the table at the end of a long day, meeting deadlines at work, and caring for loved ones who depend on you. You might notice that in the midst of juggling these responsibilities, an emptiness can emerge, a space in your heart that remains unfilled despite your best efforts. It can feel like there's a contradiction within you, a gap. Where stillness and serenity should find their home, there seems to be only an echo of their presence. This emotional landscape isn't uncommon. You might recognize the feeling while you're immersed in daily activities, perhaps sitting quietly at your desk amidst a sea of files, or during a quiet moment in the kitchen while the world around you bustles with noise and demands. During these times, an inexplicable sensation of unfulfilled love or unrequited effort might quietly creep in. You notice how much energy you pour into everything and everyone around you. Yet, at the end of the day, as the shadows lengthen, a little voice whispers, telling you that it was not enough. This lingering longing and these surfacing questions tap into a deeper truth. Why does the sense of belonging and fulfillment you crave always seem just slightly beyond your grasp? Picture, for a few moments longer, the everyday scenes that frame your existence. Visualize the morning rush as it unfolds, coffee brewing, its aroma filling the room as the subtle morning light gradually makes its way through the blinds. You hear the sound of emails pinging, each message demanding your attention, as you mentally sift through a looming and seemingly endless to-do list. As you run errands and engage in brief conversations with acquaintances or neighbors, your life may seem full, yet paradoxically lacking. It's within these very moments, so similar to those faced by everyone around you, where the essential questions in life often surface. Is there more to all of this? What is this mysterious, inward pull towards something deeper that life seems to sweep aside in its hurried dance? In such times, the precious and timeless words from Scripture might only lightly brush the edges of your mind. Come to me, all you who are weary. These words linger in your thoughts because they resonate unexpectedly with that unspoken weariness you carry. Even if just for a fleeting moment, you find yourself yearning for that powerful invitation to come alive in your heart. You long not just to hear the promise of peace and rest, but to truly receive it, to let it settle and take root in the very core of your being. Have you ever sensed or felt as though a part of you is waiting, perhaps holding onto an expectation for something grander and more meaningful that seems elusive, maybe sensed more readily by others than by you? It could be that you've made every conceivable effort, yet the clarity you hoped for doesn't arrive as quickly or as clearly as anticipated. You work hard to fit together the pieces of the puzzle, to manage expectations, to draw closer to those you love, yet still a persistent void lingers, gently hinting that true fulfillment might look quite different than what you previously envisioned. In the busyness of daily life, have you allowed yourself to acknowledge the inner whispers, gentle but insistent, that call upon you to pause? When you finally do pause, even if only for a brief moment, subtle but significant realizations begin to emerge, the growing recognition of an essential need for grace. This grace is needed not just in your interactions with others around you, but also toward yourself. You see, extending grace inward can initiate the healing of wounds that have been lingering longer than you might care to admit, wounds that words alone cannot touch. This grace can open pathways to the peace your heart quietly seeks. Consider how frequently you extend support and love to others, how often you reach out during times of need, a helping hand ready to serve. Yet, when the tables are turned and you find yourself in need, isn't there often a heavy silence that can feel awkward and unfamiliar? There's a temptation to step back and perhaps to not want to burden others. But what if these moments are actually soft reminders, gentle indications that it's perfectly okay to receive, not merely to give? These whispers may gently guide you to an important understanding, emphasizing that sometimes receiving is just as important as giving. Picture those beautiful, serene evenings, such as when you find yourself sitting quietly, watching as daylight transitions peacefully into night. This transformation happens daily, unfolding in predictable grace, yet it's laden with so much potential for reflection. The gentle, calm transition from day to night offers a quiet parallel to your own life's rhythm. In the midst of these mundane, yet profound moments, you might begin to realize how simple it can be to invite quiet stillness into your heart. God doesn't necessarily call for grand gestures or loud declarations. Instead, He asks for simple openness and stillness, a receptiveness to His loving presence during both the highs and the lows, in the ordinariness of your days. As you walk through the landscape of your daily existence, it may seem easier to focus on the barriers you perceive, rather than the simple joys and blessings that are freely available to you. But when you take a moment to shift your focus, even slightly, those seemingly significant frustrations may begin to diminish in comparison to the clarity that faith offers. By stepping back for a moment from the seemingly endless expectations of a perfect life, you may uncover the underlying beauty present in simplicity, where true joy resides and thrives. That gentle tug you feel, a persistent, soft voice, reminding you of your immeasurable worth and your cherished place in the vastness of creation, is ever present and constant. How many times has this gentle voice tried to reach you through simple, ordinary moments that you might have dismissed as inconsequential or mundane? Jesus stands with you throughout this journey, without judgment, without haste, ever ready to envelop you in love that is steady and sure. Think carefully about those pivotal moments of decision, when you are confronted with choices, whether big or small. Each decision holds the potential for drawing you closer to this divine closeness and understanding. Know that you never walk alone. Every challenge or uncertainty is an opportunity for deeper understanding and growth, an invitation to lean more heavily on the strength and love freely offered to you. It's understandable to feel bogged down by what isn't perfect, by issues that remain unresolved. But, in those quiet moments of honest reflection, when defenses fade away, rests an opportunity for new beginnings and transformation. This quiet realization, if embraced, can be a gentle nudge that guides you toward healing and wholeness, allowing you to embrace it fully if you're willing. Even relationships that seem strained or challenging offer the promise of healing and growth. These everyday interactions hold the potential to invite tenderness and patience, qualities Jesus embodies so perfectly and shared freely. Imagine the sense of calm and peace that could envelop your heart when genuine peace replaces tension, thereby making way for authentic, meaningful connections with others. In the vastness of life's ever-turning wheel, perhaps the answer lies much closer to the surface than you initially imagined. Jesus isn't as far away as the weight of your burdens sometimes makes him seem. He understands, deeply, the worry, the self-doubt, every anxious thought that crosses your mind. He continually whispers the assurance that you need not carry these burdens alone. Through faith, you'll discover that the strength required to bear these burdens already exists, graciously gifted out of infinite love. When daily life leaves you feeling stretched thin, take a moment to reflect on how close Jesus stands beside you. His presence is often spoken not with loud proclamations, but softly through each delicate, fleeting moment. Sometimes it's in the act of simply being present and noticing the small miracles, those both big and subtle, that you unlock deeper spiritual truths. These truths work to reinforce your intrinsic worth, offering much-needed clarity and peace amidst the confusion. Questions about love, about your purpose, about your place within God's plan are natural and understandable. These questions are an inherent part of spiritual growth and discovery. In the quiet pursuit of answers lies an invitation to release the burdens of certainty, opening one's heart to a faith that thrives on trust, especially when answers seem just out of reach. The spiritual path, as you walk it, is not a linear journey, but one that is constantly unfolding and evolving. Jesus is the gentle weaver of all these connections, skillfully weaving together the threads of your experiences, your hopes, and yes, even your doubts into a beautiful, cohesive tapestry. Trust in his divine artistry, knowing that each thread, no matter how frayed, plays a significant role in an unfolding masterpiece. As you navigate these life waters, remember that it's perfectly okay to seek Jesus quietly, to allow him to meet you precisely where you are with compassion as vast as the heavens. It is within this acceptance and openness that you can find rest, deep joy, and hope that knows no measure or limit. So, as you sit quietly in moments of solitude or amidst the flurry of life, consider this. How might opening your heart more fully to Jesus' love transform your everyday world? Let this profound question gently accompany you across the moments of today, opening pathways to something greater and more fulfilling. If these reflections have touched a part of your journey, consider welcoming more moments of shared faith and understanding into your life.